Welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be discussing about introduction to programming. So, before we start, we need to know what programming is before we start our main class. So, what is programming? Programming is the process of designing, writing, testing, and maintaining the instruction that a computer follows to perform a specific task. These instructions, called code, are written in one or more programming languages, which are used to communicate with a computer. So now you can see that programming is used to communicate with a computer. That is, it is a language that is being used to communicate with a computer. Now we have different languages, and these languages have different uses which we can use them for, because you can't make a website without some certain languages in programming. So programming is very wide. We have different languages. We have Python, we have JavaScript, we have PHP, we have Ruby, we have C#, we have C++, we have quite a lot of them. But I have grouped these programming languages in what they are used for. For example, if you want to make a website, there are some certain languages you have to pass through, you have to learn for you to be able to make a website. For example, for web development, you need HTML. HTML is the skeleton of all websites. HTML is one of the best, is the bone of all websites. The number two, you need CSS. Your CSS for beautification, for layout of your website. That's what we use CSS for. Then JavaScript. JavaScript is for action, for you to make your website to be to have action. Then we have PHP, we have Ruby, we have Python. So now with this set of languages, you can use this to make a website. Not all, but the most compulsory part, the most compulsory language you need in this list of websites, in this list of programming language here, is HTML, which is number one, followed by CSS and JavaScript. You can use those three. Though HTML is hypertext markup language, while CSS is cascading style sheet. You understand? So now you can use these three, the first three languages to make a website. You can even use the first two to make a website. You understand? So if you want to add more action to your website, you can include JavaScript. So where the likes of PHP, Ruby, Python, and the rest will come in is when you need the back end, because in web development we have two categories of web development. We have the front end and the back end. So the front end is made up of HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript for your front end web development. So you can also use JavaScript for your back end as well. You understand? So PHP, Ruby, and Python, they are used for back-end web development. So for mobile app, if you want to develop mobile app, if you want to be a mobile app developer, you need to learn Java, Swift, Kotlin, or React Native. So React Native is a library from JavaScript. So if you are very fluent in JavaScript, learning React Native will be very, very easy for you. So So programmers who want to specialize in app development, you have to learn Java, Swift, Kotlin, and React Native. Though you can use Python for mobile app development too, but it is not very advisable to use Python for mobile app development, because there is a library in Python KV which you can use to make mobile app. But the best language you can use for mobile app is Java, Swift, Kotlin, React Native. They are all cross-platform. That is, you can use one code base for your Android and iOS. Now, for lovers of game developers, for lovers of games, people who love games, people who want to be a game developers, now you have to learn C++. You can also use JavaScript. You can also use C#. You can also learn Java for game development. So if you want to be a pro in game developer, like you want to specialize in making 3D games like Temple Run, all this kind of game using Unity Engine or using Unreal Engine. If you want to use Unreal Engine, you'll be using C++ with Unreal Engine, which will make your work to be very good, fast, and it is also available for cross-platform. That is your Android, iOS, and PC bundles. So you can also use C# if you prefer. Maybe you want to use C#. You can use C# with Unity Engine. Unity Engine is very good with C#. So learning C# and using it with Unity Engine, it will really make your game development to be very easy. And you can also use Java as well, Java for game development. So now these are the 4 best game development languages you can use to develop a game. If you want to be a game developer, yes, you can also use Python. You understand? You can also use Python too for game development. But this is the best and the easiest way to be a quick game developer. Now, enterprise software. This enterprise software are software we used for making larger softwares, or they are used for making complex software like the Windows 7, Windows 8 operating system. Yes, C++, Python, C# and Java. They are majorly used in making advanced enterprise software, such as the operating system we are using. Even the Android operating system is being made with C++. So operating system, the Windows, the Mac operating system, the Linux operating system, they have been made with these languages. So if you want to be an advanced enterprise software engineer, or you want to be a software engineer, I would advise you to specialize in C++, Python, C# and Java. Now, data science. If you want to be a data science, the current trending technology we are having now, which is the AI. So if you want to go into data science and machine learning, I would advise you to go with Python, Julian and R programming language. These languages are very robust when it comes to data science and machine learning. And mind you, you can also use other programming language too for machine learning, but this will make your journey to be very easy. These three languages will make your journey to be very, very easy, especially Python. If you want to be an expert in data science and machine learning, you go for Python or Julian or the R programming language, and you can advance yourself by learning the three languages. Scripting and automation. If you want to be an expert in scripting and automation, you want to automate a task, or you want to create a software that can automate tasks, that can, like a bot that can do something by itself, the best language to learn is Python, Bash, and PowerShell. Now, Python is very, very good in anything that has to do with data science. Yes, Python is very, very good in anything that has to do with data science and machine learning. So for scripting and automation, I would also advise you to go for Python programming language or any of the other two listed on the screen. Now, database. For every application, website, anything that has to do with computer must surely has a database. Yes, because a database is where all our information is being stored, either in the cloud or anywhere else, or in the server. You must have a database. So now, because database is very, very compulsory, it's very, very essential when it comes to programming, because you can't do with database when you are learning programming. For example, YouTube, they have their own database where all our information, all users' information is being stored. You understand? So now Facebook also has the same. So all programming language, all application, web application, Android application, they all have database. So database is very, very compulsory in programming. So now I just listed two database here that will make your journey to be very, very easy. So now the number one is SQL. Yes, SQL. You can learn SQL, or you can learn MySQL. We have other database too that you can learn, but to my own suggestion, and I think that will make everything to be easy for you, you can learn SQL or MySQL. So we also have so many other programming languages too. We have a whole lot of programming language. There are some languages I didn't even list here. I didn't even mention them at all, because we have a whole lot of them. We have the Go language, we have the Rust, we have the TypeScript, we have the ActionScript. We have a whole lot of programming language. But what you want to specialize on will determine the language you are to learn. Note that this is not an exhaustive list, and many languages have overlapping uses. Additionally, the popularity and use cases of languages can evolve over time. You understand? So there are many languages we have out there. My own, in this tutorial, I'm just suggesting the best language you can use to make everything easy for you as a student, as someone who wants to learn programming. So we have a whole lot. You can even use JavaScript for machine learning. Yes, it is possible. You can use JavaScript for machine learning. You can use it for a whole lot of things. You understand? But I just decided to make this out so that you'll be able to learn and focus on any aspect you want to specialize on. And I hope this tutorial will help you in your field of career. In next tutorial, I'll be discussing about the tools you will need as a programmer. Yes, I'll be discussing about the tools you will need, the software you will need as a programmer in order for you to excel, in order for you to enjoy your journey in learning programming. See you in the next tutorial. God bless you all.